Hi, this is Toboki, and today I'm going to be doing the Top 5 Wednesday for September 7th. The theme for this week is 5 characters you'd want as family. First one is a character that I'm probably going to be talking about a lot this month because I just reread the first book in this trilogy. So this is Phaedra from Kushiel, the Kushiel's Dark trilogy. This is one of my favorite series kind of all time. I'm on like my 3rd or 4th reread. It must be my 4th, I think, right now. And every time I read it, I get really excited. So it will come up several times throughout this month because I'm kind of working my way through the whole trilogy. But kind of at its most basic premise, Phaedra is a courtesan who kind of gets into a lot of Games of Thrones-esque intrigue, so there's a lot of really interesting conflicts and stuff that arise. The reason that I would want to be related to her or to have her in my family is because I think she would have the best stories, and she also seems super wise. Like, she has been through a ton of shit and has a good sense of humor and probably a lot of advice that I think would be handy even to someone who is not a courtesan. So number 2, I think I would go with Black Canary from Gail Simone's Birds of Prey run. She's probably the same in other books as well, but yeah. Anyway, so Birds of Prey is a comic book series that features a lot of the major female DC Universe superheroes kind of working together. I think at its core it was Oracle's or Barbara Gordon working with Black Canary, like that was the basic group, and then they kind of expanded over time to include Huntress, and then kind of branched out even more. It's a really great series. I particularly love Gail Simone's run on it, so if you're looking to get into any of her books or comics in general, feel free to ask me because I think that series is really great. If you love books like Sailor Moon or like girl groups or that kind of thing, it's really awesome. The stories are so good. Anyway, the reason that I would want to be related or to have Black Canary in my family is because she seems like an incredible mentor. I guess a lot of mine, I think I realized like after the fact, are like people who either have really good stories or people who have really good mentoring capabilities, or sometimes kind of a combination of the two. And I think Black Canary, she's like incredibly loyal. And yeah, she does kind of make some terrible romantic decisions, but like that can be forgiven, I think. But yeah, she's just, even in the some of the TV shows, I think like The Young Justice, she just seems like she's incredibly generous and yeah, would be also a great protector. Doesn't seem like she takes any shit, so yeah. I guess speaking of Sailor Moon and girl groups, the question didn't specify that they had to be human. Maybe it did, I don't know. But previous human life, if this like counts. But this would be Luna from Sailor Moon, the talking cat who tells Sailor Moon how to be Sailor Moon. I think that my family will never be complete without a cat. I think if my cat could talk, our lives would both be so much better. So I think if anyone had the choice to have a family with a talking cat, a lot of people would say yes. And number 4 for my list is Sherlock Holmes. So when I say Sherlock Holmes, I mean Sherlock Holmes from the books, who is really smart but also really caring, who actually gives a shit about people's lives. I think it would be kind of annoying to be related to him because he kind of seems like a mess, and he also seems like he would know more than everybody in the room, which may be kind of frustrating, but he just seems like really, I think, again, in the vein of like just people with good stories, Sherlock Holmes would have a shit ton of good stories, and I think it'd be fun to have him in the family. Just have him kind of, yeah, tell everybody about the latest murder he solved by like looking at dirt samples or something. And my last, but definitely not my least, is McGonagall from Harry Potter. This is almost cheating because part of the reason why I love McGonagall is she actually reminds me a lot of my mom. I don't know if they're actually that similar. It's more that like they've got the same kind of like sternness, but like with a lot of generosity and like very much caring for people around them. I love McGonagall. She is hands down like my favorite character from the Harry Potter series. every time she's in the scene, I am so happy. When she stands up for the kids, when she's teaching them to not be super, I don't know, to get into all sorts of trouble, when she's getting angry at them. All these scenes make me so happy. I think from the beginning, like when Dumbledore is like, yeah, I'm just gonna totally drop this kid off at these abusive people's houses, McGonagall is the one who's like, I really wish you wouldn't do that. That kind of seems terrible. God, why do we have to do this? Yeah, she just seems like she would be the best all-around figure, matriarch of a family ever. So those are my characters I'd want to be in a family with. I also have linked to the top 5 Wednesday Goodreads group below. So if you ever want to participate, please do it. This is a lot of fun. So